Thank God that 14 years ago you were on this program, and it was not clickbait at the time.
But it's clickbait now. 14 years ago, you were
job.
not. 14 years ago, you were not the way you are now.
You are not the way you are now. They say he who comes to equity.
I didn't come. You brought me to equity.
But this is equity. And
yes, you brought me.
Let's see your hands whether they are clean.
See my hands.
And
the
that's
letter,
why
they say, okay, see.
That's why.
Let me put it this way. The letter was written by the United States government applauding the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria for deeper cooperation. Unfortunately, we are not discussing that in the media today. Is it fair to the Nigerian people? Is it fair for the Nigerian people in rural areas who want to know that this country has experienced progress to the point where our collaboration is yielding results? Is this thing the fact and issue?
Can we continue now?
We've been on. I'm giving you a pushback. I am not about to wait for that kind of narrative to keep going.
Let's go ahead with this interview, Mr. Bwala.
Have you heard about the Halliburton case?
Of course.
Have you talked to them?
To explain?
Have you talked to them about here when they came here?
You'll find out. Whenever
you've been coming before.
Whenever the opposition is here,
it is from today you will start. You have not asked.
That's why I've asked you to go back to the previous episode of this program.
No, I know. I know that I've been seeing everything you're doing.
Can we go back to the interview?
No, I'm here. I'm answering your question.
Let me ask you, Mr. Bwala. The president today released what he says is a personal letter from President Donald Trump to President Bwala Tinubu's leadership against terror. Beyond the diplomatic language, can you tell us what tangible policy commitment does this letter represent for Nigeria? Is this simply a gesture of goodwill, or does it translate into measurable benefits?
It is the recognition of the result of a collaboration that has assumed a very deeper and commendable level. The second in the command in ISIS globally was eliminated in Nigeria because of the joint operation. We eliminated and stopped their attacks because of the joint operation. We have deepened the collaboration to a point where we share intelligence, we have local training, and then you have the strike. So even last week, the one of the high officials in the U.S. government was here. The letter typifies, exemplifies, and explains the progress we have made so far with the United States, and we have similar progress with the rest of the world.
But what bothers the mind, as much as the gallantry of our soldiers and the military operations and the rest of the sister agencies, DSS, police, and the rest of them are doing their hard work on the front line, is a residue of what we're seeing with the terrorists and what they're doing. The presidency argues that Nigeria's counter-terrorism strategy is producing results, yet terrorist attack, kidnappings are happening, mass killings continue in parts of Borno, Yobe, Zamfara, Katsina, Benue, Plateau, and Niger State. By what objective metrics should Nigerians conclude that security is generally improving?
Nigerians are extremely happy with the progress we're making. I'm from Borno State, and I know the progress we've made in Borno.
Did you do a survey to know that?
I'm from Borno. I know the progress we're making. I talk to people.
You said Nigerian people are happy.
Yes, we read that. Also, the same medium. The same medium from which you mirror your question is the same medium. We also read about their reports. We also interview people. I've been going around the country doing podcasts, in case you don't know, to take the feelings of the Nigerian people. I'm sure you did not even congratulate us for the abducted people that were restored recently. Did you congratulate me for the letter? Did you congratulate us that the collaboration is becoming deeper? At least if Nigerian people hear from you, they will know that this is a real. It's not a question of whether it is true or not. So why don't we talk about the progress that has been made?
that I've just asked you now is what objective metrics should Nigerians conclude that this security is generally improving?
And I said the metrics is the progress we are making, which is resulting in the report you are hearing, including the present report that the President of the United States lauded Nigerian government for this deeper collaboration and the progress it's making. And if your question is that if there is a collaboration, there shouldn't be any security situation in Nigeria, then I would say respectfully that you are not being objective about it. America is the strongest secured country in the world. But 2 months ago, you know that there was attempt at the president twice. Insecurity is an ongoing thing. We have repaired, we have resolved, reduced the attack, we have gone on the offense. There are so many things to talk about so that woman in the rural area, that man in the rural area will rather be encouraged that progress is made rather than doomsday conversation that nothing is happening.
But indeed, if security has improved, Mr. Bwala, why do many communities still remain displaced or inaccessible?
The progress has been made.
Why? Why is it happening?
That's because, okay, like as you are now, if I'm trying to look at the best description of, you go to church probably, and it is not the will of God that people should be poor. Why are there poor people in church? Is that your standard of comparison or
Oh.
No, I'm asking you.
Oh,
You go
is that
to
your
church.
gauge?
You know,
No, no, I'm not. I'm not the one to answer questions. You are the one.
No,
to
journalists can answer. Lately, you can answer. If you ask a question that requires you want to respond, because we are not in any police department where they are doing interrogation. We're having a conversation.
It's a process. The process.
But
is
I'm
that
asking.
the journalist asks the question, the interviewee being the one to answer the question.
Then sometimes the interviewee, in order to give the proper answer, revert a question back to the journalist to give a context of which the answer will be given. Do you go to church? If yes, do you believe in Bible? Yes. There shall be no poor in our midst. Do you hear? Why are there poor people? It is the will of God that everybody should.
Is that the answer to the fact that the reason why we still have inaccessible communities
if you answer that question,
and displaced?
If you answer that question, we would have found an answer to your question.
Don't dance around the question.
Let's
just have the conversation.
You have asked an
rather than
question.
being on the defense. We're not here. We're talking about the Nigerian people and the Nigerian state. We're talking about issues that affect the lives and the livelihood of people. People are watching tonight to get an understanding, to understand the perspective of this government.
And you drifted away from those understanding. You asked the metrics. I answered the metrics. What's the difference between the metrics and this question?
I'm asking you, why are some communities still displaced? What are the hopes that they have that they are going to be reached in such a way that their communities are going to be accessible?
The hope that they will have is that we recently got the abducted people back to their homes. The hope that they will have is that we eliminated the second in command in ISIS. The hope that they will have is that even in your monologue now, you talk about suspected people to be prosecuted. The hopes that they have are the successes we are making, which a simple visit to the website of the armed forces, you will see everyday result. The hope that they will have is that the territory of Nigeria right now is secure. People are going about their business, which never used to be like that. The hope that they will have is that we have a president that is on the job and he's doing what he needs to. The hope that they will have is that even though there must be, I'll repeat for the third time, there must be skirmishes of insecurity in different parts of Nigeria, even when you are making the progress. But the hope that they will have is that government is on top of his toe. And
like seriously, I don't really know what to say concerning this Daniel Bwala. Okay. You want to tell me? You want to tell us that Nigeria should be happy because, as in Nigeria should congratulate you because security agency they save the life of those what they have abducted. As in your mood, as in mood is security now. As in I don't understand. I was just so man will you grow with empty brain. Eh? Which progress Nigeria? Which progress? As in which progress they on now concerning the situation of this country? Ah God, I don't blame you, National TV. Now they blame because they always invite you to come and talk to come and be saying rubbish